silence any electronic devices. The event will start shortly.
Good morning, and you may be seated. Well, welcome. Welcome to the 2024 UDPA Commencement Ceremony. Yeah, absolutely. This is such an exciting day for us and the students, and probably one that they've been counting down to since about term one. Before we get started with the ceremony, I do want to just acknowledge some people here today. First and foremost, I would like to recognize the family and the friends who are here in person or joining us virtually. We know the support and love that you have given these students throughout this journey. We thank you, as we know how vital this is to their success. So thank you. I would next like to recognize our faculty. I see daily how you pour yourselves into the students, teaching and learning and prioritizing student development and success. Thank you for sharing your expertise and energy that you put into your work. And next, our UDPA staff. Would you please stand? Addie, Nicole, Christy, Christine, and Patrice. These individuals are the hidden gems of the program, doing 1,000,001 things behind the scenes to make it all happen. Your work is valued and appreciated, and we thank you for all the details that you make sure happen so that we run smoothly. And of course, our students. Every year, I look at the group of students about to graduate and am amazed at the growth that we've witnessed throughout their 2.5 years here. It becomes most obvious when they return as third years and are on campus alongside the first and second year PA students. They've started to begin that transition from student to colleague, and it all begins to feel very real. They are confident, yet have a better understanding of the weight they carry in their new role. They are proud, but humble in knowing their learning is just beginning. They have gratitude, especially for each other, as they reconnect and realize what special relationships they've built. Through long hours spent together in the classroom, friendships are started, but the best memories are the ones made after hours. Maybe studying, but more likely at karaoke nights, formals, and house gatherings. Those are the memories you'll be smiling about years from now. Those are the things you're going to remember about PA school. We hope that you retain just a little bit of the other information we shared too, but know you're off to make your own impact. We look forward to the day you return to campus to share your journey and reminisce about your time here at UDPA. I would now like to invite Reverend Susan Forche for the invocation.
Please join me in prayer. Almighty and loving God, we invite and thank you for your presence with us as we celebrate these graduating students. Thank you for bringing them to this wonderful day of completion. We thank you that you are a God who longs for our well-being as evidenced in the life and love of Jesus. We give thanks to you for the curiosity and ability to learn you have blessed humanity with, and for the knowledge of the sciences and for all of those who have researched the human health and flourishing. We thank you for the call to serve that you've given these graduates, for the dedication of the faculty and staff who have taught them and mentored them and walked with them, and for the family and friends who have supported these students over the years. Bless the long hours of study that these students have invested to reach this moment and deepen their commitment to their medical vocation and to lifelong learning. Bless them and strengthen and encourage them. Bless their faithfulness with your abundance. Give them joy as they serve their patients, collaborate with their colleagues, and contribute to the well-being of the world. We ask this in your name and by the power of the Spirit. Amen.
It is my great pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker today. This individual has been a very special part of our program. I remember the first day of orientation when I met her. She was bubbly and excited to start the program. I sat with her at lunch and I asked her to tell me something about herself. Her first response was that she had 2 children who are her life. I do not usually get to know the PA students incredibly well until January of their didactic year when I start having them in my classes, and then they probably see too much of me. During that term of the didactic year, stress is usually high, emotions can run a little wild, and it is really the nitty-gritty season of PA school. Sam, although I am sure was also stressed like everyone else, rarely would show how stressed she was with everything that was going on in her life. Besides trying to handle the daily grind of the didactic year, she was also trying to attend to her children's soccer games, be a coach on their baseball teams, and do everything else that being a mother requires. As a person that wears many hats in my life, I could relate to what she was trying to do. Remembering back to when I was in PA school, I certainly do not think I could have done everything she did and always have a smile on my face like Sam did. She is one of the most driven, uplifting, positive people that I have ever come across in my life. Life has definitely not always been easy for her, but somehow she always finds a silver lining and turns something negative into something positive. She constantly was there for her classmates in PA school, and I know she has been there for them beyond PA school as well. I had the pleasure of having her on a rotation with me during the clinical year for her internal medicine rotation. She was a joy to have along for the wild ride of internal medicine. Still, to this day, years later, I have nurses in the clinic ask, "How's Sam doing?" This is pretty remarkable since I have quite a few students with me on rotations each year. If you know her, you cannot help but love her, and it is so amazing watching her pour everything she has into whatever she is doing. Here at UDPA, we are fortunate to call her a graduate of our program, as well as a fellow PA. Please join me in welcoming our keynote speaker, Samantha Redmond.
Well, if that didn't get me a little teary-eyed already. Well, good morning, everybody. I'm going to lower this because Professor Kier's a little taller than me. And a special good morning to you guys. I have to get used to looking down at you because I'm used to you over there, but this is a better view, actually, of all of you. I cannot even describe how excited I am to be here speaking to you guys today. The class of 2024, Physician Assistants Today. As some of you in the audience may recall, or maybe not, I had the honor of speaking to this cohort at their white coat ceremony just a short 12 months ago. Having the opportunity to speak to you then and now makes me feel like I'm watching the full circle moment, and I am truly honored to be such a small piece of your journey. At your white coat ceremony, a piece of my advice to you all, which some of you took and some of you didn't, was to just soak it in and really enjoy that moment. Unlike me, who at that time, just a short 2 years ago, strictly was focused on getting her arms in the holes of that white coat that day, which some of you after my speech realized just how hard of a struggle that was. Well, today I offer you that same advice to start this speech. Take in this moment. It is sincerely so special. Do not be like me, who at my graduation was staring at the back of my classmate's head, going through a bunch of pants questions, wondering how rude it would be if I stopped the ceremony to ask her if she knew the answer to the question in my head. You guys will be fine. You will pass the pants. Take today to actually soak in this moment. Class of 2024, you guys sit here today having completed about 15 months of didactic work, 11 rotations, 7 end of rotation exams, a few scary summative weeks, and 1 long but meaningful capstone project. That is no small feat, and you should be sincerely so proud of yourselves. You will have time to study, take in this moment today, and just soak it all in, okay? As we gather here today, we are mere months away from each of you starting your careers as physician assistants. Some of you guys will go into orthopedics. Some of you guys might go into pediatrics, emergency medicine, family medicine, or maybe you'll be like me and go into a brand new specialty you know little to nothing about, such as radiation oncology. You will each take different paths, spread your wings, and you will become your own unique providers. You all vary in how many patients you see in a day, what ignites your passion, and maybe what patient concerns you hope to never see again, such as anything related to orthopedics for me. But a few things will remain the same about you all. 1, you will always remember UDPA and be grateful for what you learned here from these professors. You will still call them almost weekly if you're like me, and ask them questions and wish you still had their everyday guidance. 2, you will all be well-prepared providers, ready to take on so much more than you could ever imagine. And 3rd, you will always have each other to lean on. As Professor Keeter said, me and my classmates still keep up with each other daily, kind of talking about patients, but mostly just catching up on each other's lives. And we are currently still planning our 2-year reunion at the Wisconsin Dells, which you guys are all welcome to come to. These people around you today will remain your people through trauma bond, of course, but also just because you became family over the last few years. Class of 2024, last year at the White Coat ceremony, I provided some small lessons I had learned in my time rotating as a student. These lessons included humbling mistakes, such as not being 100% honest with a certain internal medicine preceptor, life-changing moments like crying my eyes out while handing a mother her newborn baby, or maybe just making every day count. Today, I'd like to share a few lessons I've learned in my short time as a practicing provider, and I hope that these short lessons will help you as you begin your careers. This advice comes not only from me, but also some of my classmates too. Number 1, be a little picky with your first career. It's okay if you have a contract already signed. It's also okay if you don't. It's okay if your first interview is everything you dreamt of and you signed that contract the same day. It's okay if you turn down a few jobs first. It's okay if you have 5 job offers right now. It's okay if you don't have any. In my 1 year as a graduated PA, I have went to 13 different job interviews. I've had 5 job offers, and I have only worked 1 job. You will get where you need to be. Take your time. This is your career and this is your life. It's okay to take time to make it what you want it to be. Also, per one of my classmates' great advice, enjoy this time between graduating and actually starting your career. You'll probably never have this time again. Number 2, ask questions and know it's okay to ask questions. I want you to go into your first career and endlessly ask, and then ask again. And then when you're pretty certain you have the answer right, ask one more time. At the beginning of your career, you may feel like a brand new PA student all over again, struggling to survive, asking tons of questions that you feel like you should know the answer to, being the new guy, and looking stuff up left or right. I still have Google pulled up every single day of my career. It's okay. It gets better. You'll find yourself growing in ways you never imagined. In my first week of radiation oncology, I knew little to nothing, and I was so scared to ask that physician a single question because I didn't want him to feel like I was the wrong choice for the position. I kept a little mini notepad in my pocket of words or things he would say that I would write down and go search later, and I'm pretty sure I filled that book after 1 or 2 days. I tried to study and prepare for the next day, but I dreaded moments where I didn't understand something he was asking me, and sometimes I still do. I know firsthand it can be scary to ask what may feel like silly, countless questions, but when it comes to healthcare, we are all just human beings taking care of human beings. If you're asking a question to do what's best for your patient, no question can be deemed too small or too silly. Number 3, when you start your career, realize this isn't PA school anymore. There's not a grade book telling you that you're doing a good job. Nobody's checking your work all the time. And I think one of the hardest parts for me was no one was constantly questioning me or asking me if I was sure about that answer. We are so used to the comfort and confidence provided by feedback from these professors that it is hard to go without. I remember I was submitting my very first official document on a patient, and I almost sent it to Professor Keeter to see if she'd grade it for me. But seriously, it can get a little intimidating not having someone look over your shoulder constantly. That's why it's so important to ask questions, know your limitations, know when you're in over your head, and never be afraid to ask for help. Also, get comfortable with saying, I don't know the answer to your question, but I can find out. I've had a lot of patients ask me things that I just don't know the answer to. I leave the appointment, I go find out, and I call them. And they are always grateful that I was humble enough to say I didn't know in the moment, but that I was willing to find out. My last piece of advice for you is to enjoy the work you choose to do. As always, remember your why you went into healthcare, why you went through PA school, and why you wanted to be a PA. Be grateful for what you learned in that day and make plans for how you want to be better tomorrow. Becoming a provider is amazing, but there will be days that you question what the heck you're doing here. There will also be days that you wonder if it's too late to go back and do your backup career. For me, my backup career was to be a librarian, which if any of you guys know me, probably wouldn't have gone too well because I cannot stop talking for the life of me. So it's probably good that didn't work out for me. There will be days that hit you right in your heart and you question what this is all for, because healthcare is hard and you carry a weight that most people can never relate to, which is the weight of a patient's well-being. There will be those days, but you need to remember that there will be more good days than bad. You will have more happy, successful moments than not, and 10 minutes of your time will mean a lifetime to a patient's. In the world of oncology that I get to work in, which is cancer, for those of you who maybe don't know, as anyone can imagine, it's so hard not to become emotionally attached to the patients. In my interview for my current position, they asked the standard question of, what is your weakest trait? I answered pretty confidently too. My inability to separate my emotions from my patients. At the time, I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to keep myself composed in hard conversations, that I would relate it to myself too much, or that I would get too attached to the patients, my emotions would cloud my judgments, all of the things that I thought were such negatives. Now, I'm only a year in, but I promise you one thing. What I believed then was my weakest trait is actually my strongest. I recently saw one of my very first patients, and it was a repeat follow-up, so we had gotten to know each other, and we were mostly just talking to talk at this point. He had asked me where my parents were from and how proud they were of me and all the typical questions that my patients like to ask. I had shared with him that they had both passed away from cancer when I was pretty young, and this is something I really chose not to talk about with patients very often in the beginning of my career. And that's because I never wanted it to be about me or appear gloomy or low. This patient looked at me and said, "How brave of you to face what brought you such loss every single day, and how lucky are we that you chose to do that." Class of 2024, if you remember anything from this speech today, remember that the patients are human beings. Get a little attached to them, love them, get to know them, laugh with them, cry with them, and help them as best as you possibly can. Show your patients that you're human too. Each of you guys will be heroes to your patients, but what you may not realize is that your patients will also become your heroes. Class of 2024, newly graduated, my friends, and now my colleagues. You make me the proudest I could ever be. In that cute little room that we get ready in, I seriously looked out and I felt like I was watching my 25 children go off to change the world today. No matter where any of you go, without a doubt in my mind, I know those patients will be in such good, capable hands. I cannot wait to see the paths each of you pave, and I cannot wait to witness each of you thrive. But most importantly, I cannot wait to watch the impact each of you make on this world. Class of 2024, congratulations on becoming physician assistants today. You guys earned it.
Hello, good morning. My name's Rachel Roxer, and I'm the director of UDPA's Capstone course. This course is the final research project our students complete during their clinical year. It culminates in an original scholarly manuscript and a poster presentation at our annual research symposium. The students will tell you the Capstone journey is a true test of endurance. It's like running a marathon, with every page written feeling like another mile. a very, very long mile. Our students powered through late nights, countless cups of coffee, and self-doubt. But they persevered, and they crossed the finish line. And I'm proud to say that they have emerged as skilled researchers and critical thinkers. Our UDPA Capstone Research Awards recognize 3 exceptional students who stood out as truly driven to become evidence-based healthcare professionals, advancing medicine through their original research. Each award recipient will receive an engraved plaque. The most distinguished UDPA Research Award goes to a student who demonstrates exceptional critical thinking in both their written work and their poster presentation. Their research advances medical practice, and they excel at understanding and applying scientific evidence. This award represents a best overall project for the class. This year's awards recipient is Jenna Doyle. The most accomplished UDPA Systematic Literature Review Award is for a student who produces an outstanding research paper, which is no small feat. This student excels in research methodology, analyzing information, and critically evaluating the evidence. This year's award recipient is Alex Nagel-Orth. Our final award is the Most Impactful UDPA Research Award. This award, which is selected by faculty and practicing clinicians, goes to the student who not only did an exceptional job, but whose research has the greatest potential to improve medical knowledge and patient care. This year's awards recipient is Brenna Cook.
Excuse me. It's my privilege to announce this year's recipient of the Academic Achievement Award. This is awarded to a graduating student with outstanding academic achievement and success in the pursuit of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies degree. This individual set the standard for academic excellence throughout the duration of the PA program. And this year it is awarded to Jamie Gradishar.
The next award is the Spirit of the PA Profession. This award is given to a member of the graduating class who has made significant contributions to the PA profession in and out of the classroom and displays professionalism and maturity in every role. This student embodies the mission, vision, and values of the University of Dubuque PA program and strives to be a vital member of the healthcare team, serving as a competent and skilled PA. This award is voted on by the graduating class, faculty, and staff. The Spirit of the PA Profession Award is presented to Jenna Doyle. I would now like to welcome Board of Trustees member Mr. Marty Lang to the podium.
Well, good morning to all of you. I'm pleased to represent the University of Dubuque Board of Trustees on this commencement day. This is a special day for the University of Dubuque as we send out the graduates of the PA program. It's a special day for the family and friends of today's graduates as they watch their loved one receive a hard-earned degree. But most of all, and most importantly, this is a special day for you, the graduates. You graduates are pursuing a call to serve this world as a health care professional. I can speak firsthand of the pride that you have in being here with the family and friends. My own daughter was in this group 4 years ago, and it's such an exciting time for you, and the impact that you're going to make on the world is profound. So the University of Dubuque is privileged to have played a role in helping you fulfill that calling. And on behalf of the Board of Trustees, I wish you God's blessing on you, our graduates. May your experience be tremendous in the future, and may you experience much success as you follow God's path in your life. Thank you.
Today, we recognize the academic accomplishments of our newest University of Dubuque graduates. 3 of today's graduates will be inducted into Pi Alpha, the National Honor Society for PAs, which recognizes significant academic achievement, leadership, research, community service, and the encouragement of a high standard of character and conduct among PA students. These achievements will be marked by honors cords and will be presented to the graduates during the hooding ceremony. Additionally, we have one graduate, Courtney Smith, who will receive her military cords today in recognition of her ongoing military service. President Frampton, on behalf of the faculty of the University of Dubuque, I am pleased to present you with the graduating class of 2024.
Candidates, will you please rise? Candidates, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I hereby confer upon you, with all its rights and privileges, the degree of Master of Science in Physician Assistant Studies. As President and on behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, and staff, I offer you every good wish for your future success. Congratulations.
Magna Anita. Magna is from Plymouth, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience from the University of Minnesota. Magna is interested in pursuing a career in psychiatry. She would like to thank her family for their endless love and support, and her friends for always being there for her. She also wants to thank the UDPA faculty who go above and beyond for their students. Alyssa Rose Athis. Alyssa is from Heartland, Wisconsin, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology, Pre-Biomedical Professions, and Spanish from the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Alyssa is interested in pursuing a career in primary care in the greater Milwaukee area. She'd like to specially thank her mom, dad, and brother for their unwavering love and encouragement. She also wants to express gratitude to her family members here today, the UDPA faculty, and her friends who have become family. Without your support, this achievement wouldn't be possible. Anna Badke. Anna is from Mount Carroll, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Kinesiology and Health from Iowa State University. Anna is interested in pursuing a career in family medicine. She would like to give a special thanks to her mom and dad, friends, and boyfriend for their endless support through her PA journey. She would also like to thank the faculty and classmates for making PA school something she will never forget. Chloe Billy. Chloe is from Waupun, Wisconsin, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Public Health and Community Health Education from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Chloe has accepted a position in general surgery. She would like to give a special thanks to her husband, Jordan, and her family for their endless love and support throughout school. She also wants to thank her lifelong friends she gained during her time at UDPA that made these years unforgettable. Lastly, she would like to thank the UDPA faculty for their dedication, support, and guidance throughout her time at UDPA. Gabrielle Champion. Gabrielle is from Naperville, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Northern Iowa. Gabrielle has accepted a position in urgent care from Grand River Medical Group here in Dubuque. She would like to thank her family, and especially her fiancé, for their endless encouragement and support over the last couple of years. She would also like to thank the UDPA staff for their commitment to the success of their students. Nicholas Dom. Nicholas is from Pella, Iowa, and completed his Bachelor of Science in Biology from Bethel University. Nick is interested in pursuing a career in family medicine and is excited to serve and encourage patients. He thanks the UDPA faculty and the University of Dubuque for his education. He also thanks his parents and family for helping him become who he is today. He would like to thank Terry and the rest of his classmates for the lifelong memories. Lastly, a special thanks to his wife, Kirsten, for her sacrifice, encouragement, and endless support throughout school. Terry Doe. Terry is from Sioux City, Iowa, and completed his Bachelor of Science in Chemistry from Briar Cliff University. Terry is passionate about pursuing a career in psychology and is grateful for the opportunity to follow this path within the medical field. This journey would not have been possible without the support and love from his family and those closest to him. He extends his gratitude to each of them for making this dream a reality. Jenna Doyle. Jenna is from Princeton, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Jamestown, North Dakota. Jenna is a 2024 Pi Alpha National Honor Society inductee and will receive her honor cords today. Jenna is interested in pursuing a career in emergency medicine. She would like to give a special thanks to her mom, dad, and family for their unwavering love and support throughout the years. She also wants to thank the UDPA staff, faculty, and her classmates for equipping her for her future career while having fun and making unforgettable memories. Gabrielle Hope Gevers Wright. Gabrielle is from O'Fallon, Missouri, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Alabama and her Master of Business Administration from the University of Alabama. Gabby plans to move to Florida with her husband, Carson. She would like to thank Carson for his constant love, support, and many hours of driving throughout school. She would like to thank her parents for fostering a love of learning and encouraging her to pursue her dreams. She is incredibly grateful to her in-laws for creating a home for her here in Iowa. Lastly, she wants to thank the amazing UDPA faculty and the lifelong friends she's made along the way. Jamie Gradishar. Jamie is from Lombard, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from Illinois Wesleyan University and her Master of Public Health from the University of Illinois at Chicago. Jamie is the 2024 Pi Alpha National Honor Society inductee and will receive her honor cords today. Jamie is interested in pursuing a career in family medicine and planning to work for a community health center in the Chicago area. She would like to thank her mom and dad for their constant love and support. She also would like to thank all her family here today, the UDPA faculty for their encouragement throughout the years. Bliss Grady. Bliss is from Minnetonka, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Wisconsin-La Crosse. Bliss is interested in pursuing a career in the Madison area following graduation. She would like to give a special thank you to her family and friends for all the support they provided throughout her educational journey. She would also like to thank UDPA for providing a wonderful education and preparing her well for a future as a PA. Taylor Huber. Taylor is from Bettendorf, Iowa, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences and Neuroscience from the University of Iowa. Taylor is interested in pursuing a career in family medicine near the Quad City area. She would like to give a special thanks to her parents who have provided love and encouragement to pursue her dream, and the rest of her friends and family for supporting her. She would also like to thank the UDPA faculty for investing in their education to help prepare this class to be great PAs. Bridget Jacobs. Bridget is from Rockford, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Maryland Eastern Shore. Bridget is excited to begin her career as a physician assistant. She would like to give a special thanks to her parents and fiancé Brandon for their love and support throughout school. She'd also like to thank everyone at UDPA for the support and encouragement during her time in Dubuque. Brenna Ann Cook. Brenna is from Lake in the Hills, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences at Marquette University. Brenna will be pursuing a career in orthopedic surgery at a practice in the Chicago suburbs. She would like to thank her mom and dad for their love, encouragement, and unwavering support through these rigorous 2 years. She also wants to thank her support system of family and friends who have cheered her on from all over the country, especially her grandma, now cheering from heaven. Stephanie Kovac. Stephanie is from Itasca, Illinois, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from Benedictine University, and a Master of Arts in Biomedical Sciences from Midwestern University. Stephanie is forever grateful and would like to thank her friends and family for always being there for her, for their love, support, and encouragement throughout PA school. She would also like to express appreciation to the UDPA faculty and preceptors for their encouragement, guidance, and dedication to her career. Stephanie is excited to pursue a career in emergency medicine and plastic surgery in the Chicagoland area. Callie Lynch. Callie is from St. Cloud, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Arts in Physiology from the University of Minnesota. Callie is interested in pursuing a career in dermatology on the East Coast near her family. She would like to give a special thank you to her mom, dad, and family for their love and encouragement throughout school. She would also like to thank the UDPA faculty for their dedication and support. Finally, she would like to thank the lifelong friends she gained during her time at UDPA that made these years so special. Hannah McMahon. Hannah is from Maple Grove, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biomedical Sciences from Marquette University. Hannah is interested in pursuing a career in emergency medicine near the Madison area. She would like to thank her mom and dad for their incredible support and encouragement, as well as the UDPA faculty for their guidance, dedication, and wisdom throughout her time in the program. Sierra Oliger. Sierra is from Beulah, North Dakota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Psychology from the University of North Dakota. Sierra plans to move back to North Dakota to start her career. She would like to thank her family for showering her with unwavering love and support. Also, a huge thanks to her #1 fan and husband, Chase, for always supporting her in every way possible and making countless sacrifices for her to accomplish her goals. Lastly, a thank you to the faculty and classmates turned friends who made these years truly memorable and great. Alex Nagel Orth. Alex is from Fountain Green, Illinois, and completed his Bachelor of Science in Chemical Engineering from the University of Illinois at Chicago and a Master of Health Sciences, Public Health from Western Illinois University. Alex is a 2024 Pi Alpha National Honor Society inductee and will receive his honor cords today. Alex is interested in pursuing a career in either family medicine or pediatrics. He would like to give thanks to his mom and dad for their endless love and support in reaching this milestone, to his nieces and nephews for the laughter and joy they bring each time he visits home, and to his classmates for all the memories made over the past 2 years. He is honored to call you all his friends. Kate Peterson. Kate is from Chisago City, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Arts in Human Physiology from the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. Kate would like to thank her family, friends, and the UDPA program for the constant support throughout these years. She couldn't have done it without you all. Tanner Ryder. Tanner is from Lancaster, Wisconsin, and completed his Bachelor of Science in Biology from the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. Tanner is interested in a career in orthopedics or emergency medicine. He'd like to give special thanks to his family and girlfriend for all of the support the last 2.5 years. Stephanie Amaris Roman. Stephanie is from Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and completed her Bachelor of Arts in Biochemistry and Cell and Molecular Biology from Drake University. Stephanie is interested in pursuing a career in internal medicine and critical care in the Midwest. She would like to give a special thanks to her mom for being an amazing role model and to her family for the love and support. She also wants to thank the UDPA faculty who go above and beyond for their students, and her classmates. Lastly, all glory goes to God. Janessa Roth. Janessa is from West Salem, Wisconsin, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Human Biology from the University of Wisconsin, Green Bay, and Bachelor of Arts in Spanish Linguistics from the University of Wisconsin, Eau Claire. Janessa would like to thank her parents for their love and support, and her husband, Grant, for going through this journey with her, keeping her fed, and making sure her computer was always updated. She would also like to thank the UDPA faculty for their guidance and passion for teaching, and her friends who made every day here enjoyable. Courtney Smith. Courtney is from Isanti, Minnesota, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology and Chemistry from the University of Minnesota, Duluth. Courtney will receive her Military Honor Cords today in recognition and appreciation of her service. Courtney is interested in pursuing a career in emergency medicine in Minnesota. She would like to give a special thanks to her family, friends, and the UDPA faculty. Most importantly, her dog, Remy, for his endless support throughout school. Kylie Tassett. Kylie is from Clive, Iowa, and completed her Bachelor of Science in Biology from Iowa State University. Kylie is planning a career in pediatrics after graduating. She would like to thank her professors and mentors for their unwavering guidance and encouragement. Your passion for medicine and teaching are an inspiration. She will forever be grateful for the shared experiences and memories created with her classmates. She thanks her family and her friends for their love and care from afar. But most of all, she thanks her husband for his unwavering support and love while in school.
Wow, you guys. It's really cool to see you all sitting out there. I am pleased to invite our newest PAs and all PAs in attendance today to join me in reciting the PA professional oath, which can be found in your program on page 4. I pledge to perform the following duties with honesty and dedication. I will hold as my primary responsibility the health, safety, welfare, and dignity of all human beings. I will uphold the tenets of patient autonomy, beneficence, non-maleficence, and justice. I will recognize and promote the value of diversity. I will treat equally all persons who seek my care. I will hold in confidence the information shared in the course of practicing medicine. I will assess my personal capabilities and limitations, striving always to improve my medical practice. I will actively seek to expand my knowledge and skills, keeping abreast of advances in medicine. I will work with other members of the healthcare team to provide compassionate and effective care of patients. I will use my knowledge and experience to contribute to an improved community. I will respect my professional relationship with the physician. I will share and expand knowledge within the profession. These duties are pledged with sincerity and upon my honor. I would now like to welcome Gabby Gievers, class president, to give the farewell address.
Hi, everyone.
To my classmates and my friends, congratulations. I'm so excited to be alongside you for graduation. Your hard work, determination, and commitment has paid off. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone that has helped us reach this point. First, thank you to all of the family and friends in the audience here today. You have all supported this group through late night phone calls, home-cooked meals, words of affirmation, and by being a shoulder to lean on. I do want to give a special shout out to Adam Tassett, who did support our class with his baked goods many times throughout didactic year. I would also like to thank our dedicated faculty and staff. Director Weber, thank you for being our fearless leader. To all the teaching faculty, thank you for sharing your expertise, your devotion to our success, and for caring for us as individuals, not just students. We have an amazing clinical team. Dr. Wolbers, Professor Roxer, Ms. Harms, and Ms. Gilbert, thank you for putting together the most complicated 275-piece puzzle. You worked tirelessly to ensure that we all gained valuable experience in multiple specialties across multiple states. Thank you to our Capstone team for supporting us every step of the way. To Addie for doing all of the above, being our IT support, the master scheduler, the data analyst, and wearing many more hats than we probably are aware of. To Christy, thank you for ensuring admissions and interviews run flawlessly and keeping the program organized. I'd also like to thank Sandy, who's probably here, for keeping our facilities in pristine condition and caring for each of us deeply. It truly takes a village, and we would not be here without each and every one of you. As we prepare, well, I guess we did walk across the stage, I can't help but reflect on one of our first few weeks of PA school back in July of 2022. Professor V went around the room and asked each of us our why. I think back to this moment often in embarrassment. I answered that I was in PA school because I wanted to go into medicine. Obviously, who didn't? And my former neighbor, who's an ER doctor, told me that I should not go to medical school, hence why I'm here. I reflected on that for several months and ultimately realized that she was right, that being a PA far better aligns with my goals. However, I cringe of this moment because I realized that wasn't really why I went into PA school. I answered how I got into PA school. So I did want to take this time to appreciate the difference in my classes' how and why. So how did we reach this moment? Well, it's a summation of over a decade of sustained effort by each of my peers. Many of us decided to pursue a career in medicine starting in high school. If not medicine, we knew that our path would be academically rigorous and exceptionally competitive. My classmates were on the dean's list. They were athletes. They were involved in theater, held leadership positions, and many held jobs throughout that entire time. Our path to exceptionalism did not end in high school. We continued to be at the top of our classes, involved in the community, and dedicated to our goals throughout college too. So I'm going to ask for some participation from my class, and raise your hand if this statement applies to you. If in undergrad you were involved in a student organization? What if you volunteered in your community? You worked while you were in school. You were a student athlete. You were a teaching assistant. You double majored. You graduated with honors, or you already hold a graduate degree. I don't know if you guys can see very well, but most of the students in my class raised their hands for most of those statements. Many of us then took the time to prepare for our resumes and apply to PA school. We worked in healthcare, we volunteered, we gained experience. And we were committed to earning a seat in a PA program, and we did. I want to highlight the achievements of my class with a few statistics. Upon matriculation, our average class GPA was a 3.54. As we sit here and graduate today, our average class GPA is a 3.66. Prior to starting PA school, we had over 15,500 hours of volunteer service. We had over 22,500 hours of patient care experience prior to admission. In our year and a half in the Dubuque community, we volunteered over 550 hours. We also started a new initiative within the Dubuque community called Project Access, spearheaded by Alex Orth. And then we hosted the Gift of Life Bone Marrow Registry event, and we helped over 90 people in our community register to join the Gift of Life Bone Marrow Registry. I'm sure most of you were already well versed in the accolades of the students we are celebrating here today. But I wanted to take a moment to remind everyone in this room how incredible every individual in this class is. That is how we got here, and that's how we're in these seats. Now I want to talk about our why. In my opinion, the why is even more important than the how. The why is what sustained us to this point. The why is how we found our calling to medicine. The why will persist. It must persist. It will get us through the hard days. I asked members of our class to share their why. Stephanie Roman shared that she believes that this life everyone is called to love others. She believes that everyone is called to do different things, and that's why diversity is so beautiful. We cannot do everything by our own strength, and we can love each other through acts of service. She specifically chose medicine to serve others because growing up, she was able to observe the positive impacts of healing and encouragement with strong faith by her mom, her biggest role model, and her entire community. Brenna shared that her why is that she wants to be able to build a strong, trusting relationship with her future patients, involve them in their own healthcare plans, and advocate for them every step of the way. She feels compelled to make a difference in patients' lives by helping them understand and feel supported in their care. Gabby Champion's why is her mom. She had an amazing team of healthcare workers in one of the scariest moments of her family's lives. She explains that you never forget the phone call telling you that your loved one's in the hospital. You can never forget the image of them lying intubated in an ICU bed, but you also never forget the providers and nurses who care for that person. During that time, her dad told her that she should consider a career as a PA. Thanks to her experience with the ICU staff, when her mom came home, that's what she did. Terry wants to be part of a team that gives newborn babies a second chance at life because no one is more deserving. He feels called to share his knowledge and dedication to ensure the best care for the smallest patients so that they can live a fulfilling and normal life. Alyssa pursued a career as a PA because she is driven by a desire to empower patients during life's most vulnerable moments. Her experiences have shown her the importance of compassionate, holistic care, and as a PA, she will have the privilege of providing it. Being a PA allows her to step into those moments, to alleviate pain, support healing, and connect meaningfully with patients. She is motivated not just by treating patients, but by the opportunity to provide care, hope, and unwavering support to those who need it most. And lastly, I do think I finally figured out my why. As a child, I had a fantastic pediatrician. She was basically a superhero. She had the answers for everything and could always make me feel better. I wanted to be just like her. I want to make patients feel comfortable and help them heal. I want to use the gifts God has blessed me with to help others, and I can't think of a better way to do it than through the PA profession. Ultimately, what I want to remind each of you today is why you're here. Remember your why and your classmates' whys. When you have a tough case, work a long shift, or just feel burnt out, reflect on that. Each and every one of our whys, said or unsaid, will make a difference. It may not change the world, but your compassion and empathy can change everything for one person. I am proud to be a member of the class of 2024 and what each of my classmates represents. Thank you all again for joining us in celebration, and congratulations to the class of 24.
Thank you, Gabby. Always good to remember your whys. As we get ready to close the ceremony, just a couple reminders. Following the benediction, we will recess out, and then we will have a reception out in the entryway there that you are welcome to all join us with. At this time, though, I will turn it over and welcome President Frampton back up to the podium for the benediction.
Well, I just want to say before we finish here, congratulations again. We're extremely proud of you, and you all know that you have been servants, and you are now transitioning into a new form of leadership in which your patients and the communities in which you serve will need you. Be proactive, like you've already heard through the speeches, but this is my first commencement as president for the University of Dubuque on this campus, and I couldn't be prouder of the fact that you guys are in that cohort. So congratulations. Please stand for the benediction. At this most special moment in time, the best farewell we can share with you comes from the Apostle Paul, who wrote, "May the God of peace himself sanctify you entirely. May your spirit and soul and body be kept sound and blameless at the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ. The one who calls you into service is faithful, and he will do this. Go in faith and peace. Dare to make a difference. Share your energy and enthusiasm, and know that you will always be welcomed and remembered at this, your alma mater. Amen.